In this video, let's look at the concept of scale factor. So when you have an original image and you scale it up or you scale it down, you basically end up enlarging it or shrinking it. And the scale factor tells you how much you enlarge or how much you shrink the original image. Let's write that down. I know it sounds simple, but let's write down this common sense definition of scale factor. It tells you how much you enlarge or shrink the original image. Now, I know that I'm using the word image, but scaling or scale factor doesn't have to always be about pictures or images. It could be about a recipe. You could scale up or scale down a recipe, make it for a much smaller number of people, or make it for a much larger number of people. Or you could scale up or scale down a business. And so the idea of scale factor is not always about images or pictures. But in this context, let's use it with pictures because it's easy to demonstrate the concept. The formal definition of scale factor is ratio of corresponding sides. So even before we go into the meaning of scale factor, let's just first understand what corresponding sides means. Let's look at these two images. This is the original and this is the new image. Now think about this side. Which side in this image here is in the same position, is in the same relative position as this side? Essentially, that's what a corresponding side means. The two sides have to be in the same relative position. And if you look at this image here, now above the two horns, we have this side here, and above the two horns here, we have this side. And so these two sides are corresponding sides. Does this picture have to be always in the same, facing the same way? What if we turn this picture around? Let's just rotate it a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. So even if it's turned a little bit, that does not change which are the two corresponding sides. So these two sides are still the two corresponding sides because they are in the same relative position. Let's look at another side. This side and this side here, they are corresponding sides because they're both in the same relative position. They're both below the 2 feet. And let's look at one more. If we look at this side here, then the corresponding side to that will be this, because again, they're both to the left of this blue monster. And if we think about this side, then the corresponding side is this. So corresponding sides have to be in the same relative position in the original image. Now let's get rid of all this, clean this up a little bit. So here we go. Okay. Now let's think about what a scale factor is. So scale factor is the ratio of the corresponding sides. We know that this side corresponds with this side. Let's compare the two sides. I'm going to actually move this monster closer to the new monster and let's see. So it looks like this new monster, the corresponding side is double the side of the original monster. And if we look at this length here, that is also the new image has double the length of the original image. So in this case, the scale factor would be 2, because the new image, the length of the new image is double the length of the old image, and the width of the new image is double the width of the original image. Let's explore scale factor in more detail in the next video.